Well, it's time to start a new video, but it's also time to clean so I can do a new video. Let's get started. Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to my channel. Now we are continuing with the spooky season. So, I want to preface this by saying I was highly influenced by another member here on YouTube, Van Oaks Props. Now, I pretty much watched every single one of his videos and implemented it in a majority of what I did for our Halloween front porch. I will go ahead and link him down in the description below so you can go check out his videos. And of course, anything that I did in this video that I 3D printed, I will also give credit in the caption box below. So, let's go ahead and get started with our plan and everything else that we have to start 3D printing. Let's go! So here's some of the things I found online from the Haunted Mansion and also some quotes. I think for the horse, I'm going to have on here, "Here lies Martin, the lights went out on this old Spartan." And then for the dog, I'm gonna go with, "Here, rest in peace Bender, he rode to glory on a fender." For the frog, I'm gonna use the one where, "Here lies good old Fred, a great rock fell on his head." For the bird, it's gonna go, "Here lies Ned, we found his body but not his head." And for the cat, I think we're gonna go with, "Here lies Rosie, now pushing up posies." So I think those are the fake names that I'm going to use. Still don't know what I'm gonna do for the base of the statue dog. I might just put RIP. And the paw print statue I have, I think I'm gonna use our old pet who passed. Her name was Coco, so I'll just put Coco on the paw. But this is some of the things of ideas that I have for these tombstones. Still don't know what they're gonna look like because the cat one is the only one that I have an idea for, along with the dog with the urn and then the statue dog that we currently have. The horse, I have no idea. The frog, I have no idea. And the bat, I have no idea. Same with the bird. Only time will tell. I've been accumulating some things the last couple days, and I guess it's time to start thinking about Halloween. Now, I saw this online. Basically, you take an urn and you put something on top of it. But I want to be a little bit extra. I want to figure out what the dimensions of this thing is. 4.3 meters. Now, I'm not doing too much talking in this, so I'm basically designing a ball in a CAD program that I have. It's not the best program, but it's the only program I have that is on this old laptop that I have. So I made a ball that is 3D so that I can import it into my other program that works with my 3D printer. This took me a little bit to get used to, as I have not really designed anything in my entire life. Most of the time I pull things from Thingiverse, which I'll have down in the description box below. So if you want to download the Shiba Inu, here I brought it into the program so that I could basically just stack both the things together and slice and dice. So, enjoy! Okay, so the AC is on because it's hot. I found my original file for the Shiba Inu, which is this one, that I got offline on Thingiverse. Now, I want to place him on a ball. So, here is the slice. It's going to take 6 hours and 39 minutes to do. This is my object. It's a dome with a bigger version of this Shiba Inu that's on top of it. So I've got to put it onto a jump drive and then take it over to the 3D printer. So I'm not going to record this whole thing because otherwise we'd be sitting here for 6 hours and 39 minutes, but my object is now uploaded into the design, and let's go ahead and build it. Well, I think it turned out pretty nice. I am going to sand up some of the areas, and then I am going to use some 2-part epoxy clay to smooth out some of the areas because his feet are not touching. The back turned out pretty good. I'm gonna have to smooth out some of the rough areas. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna be weathered and made to look old anyways. You see my vision? Pretty much I want this to look like it's an urn for a cemetery for a dog. So I'm going to use some 2-part epoxy and put it underneath his paws. So I sculpted a little bit of clay under his feet to smooth it out. I will then glue this to there. I'll put the leftover clay inside a mold that I have, so I can potentially use those little fleur-de-lis later on as decoration. I still have to make the base, so I have to go get styrofoam and a tube, and that's what we got so far. Still 3D printing, but I got a couple of things from 2nd Avenue. I've got the bat, the frog, the cat, and the dog already printed, and I got a bird and a horse. Still have, I think, a couple more things to 3D print. All the stuff that I have right here to do the headstones. I got one of these. Is it 1.5 or 1 inch, 2 inch? I'm not even sure anymore. But this one sheet was $34. I broke it down to get it into my car. This was free from work. I then got a cement tube and a bunch of pool noodles. 3D printing currently the spikes for the top of the fence, and then I'm going to use some of the bed pieces that I have downstairs from the old bed to make the fencing. Some dead looking branches, a lamp or lantern from the Dollar Tree, and some paintable caulking from the Dollar Tree, and some dead looking flowers, all from the Dollar Tree. That is what I'm working with right now. Again, I'm waiting for everything to 3D print before I continue on the phone. Maybe I'll start with the cat first. I don't know. But this dog is gonna go on here. I just hope it looks good. Yeah, I gotta cut this thing down so I can have two of them. That's what I got so far. Oh, and this is for the base of the dog statue we already have. I'm gonna turn it over, do some trimming or edging on it, maybe a piece of the styrofoam on top, use my tool to cut the edgings, and then put the statue on top. Essentially, I just need to raise up the dog to make it look like it's an actual headstone versus it just sitting flat on the floor. here we have the foundation for the kitty, headstone. Plan on putting this right about there. Oops, right about there. I'm going to find my stencils wherever they are, and that way it'll help me out with the lettering. So I have to go do those and then be back. I've gotten the bat one done. He's gonna sit right there. I think I'm gonna use my hot wire tool to carve this shape out. This one's for the bird. I have the cat right here. This is the base for the statue that I currently have. Still have to work on the dog for this one. And I just came from the Dollar Tree of some Halloween skeletons, which I'm going to cut these ears off because skeletons don't have ears. I got an owl. I've got a cat. Got some little decorative things to put onto the headstone. But hence, that's the update so far. I still have to do the dog, the horse. I don't know what I'm going to do with those guys yet. Don't know. And I still have to do the wreath. So, update. Oh yeah. Always check your home improvement store for discounts. This was in the Oops bin and it's gray, so it's going to match perfectly to the headstones. And I got the drywall mix so that I can mix it with that and the paint, so that when I paint everything, it'll basically be stone looking. So I'm going to continue working on this and I'll be back. So while that one's gluing together, I guess I should actually start on the dog. I mean, dog's right here, he needs a pedestal to sit on to a height that is going to be manageable. So, since I have my table set to the height that I want, I'm just going to use the height of the table to cut this down. Or not cut it down, mark it down. So, Sharpie. That's how far I want it cut down. Now that we have it marked, how am I going to cut this? Okay, I got it cut. Oh, that took a little bit more time than I thought it was going to take, but it's done. Now I got to size out what I'm going to use for a circle for the top and bottom. The bottom of this trash can is pretty much round, so I'll just cut out 2 of these. Edge and snap, it breaks. So save the pieces you don't know what you're going to use it for. I have to cut these out. I have my 2 circles. I do need to do some sanding, but I also need to do the router work on it. Sand up the edges a little bit, which will probably be done by the router. Well, it's not the straightest cut, but I can fix that with some scissors. Should have did that first. Okie dokie. Take the offcut. Let's see. Okay, so that's a lot more flexible to do it that way. Cut a little bit more off. It's better to cut more off than it is to be too short. A little bit more. Okay, so that's basically what I want for around the base. And now I need to cut another size, another one just like this for the top. Basically, glue that to that, top and bottom, and that'll be the base. Got Fred's headstone right here. Fred is right here. I need to cut a small piece that is about the same size so that I can have a triangle here. Fred's and Bender's tombstones curing, and you can see the profile, how it's going to look once it's done. This one is curing. These areas are going to be cut off. It's going to be flattened out, and I'll use a sander to do everything else, and the hot tool. So now all I got to do is let it harden, let the glue harden, which can take up to 8 hours, so that'll be for tomorrow. I'll see you then. Well, I hate to do this to you, but this is gonna be a 2-part video, but it will be posted right after this one's posted. So go ahead and check out part 2 of the rest of my Halloween decorations.